Would you believe me if I told you you could grow potatoes not from a seed potato, but just from a potato plant cutting like this? I wouldn't have believed it either until a cockatoo accidentally gave me the idea. G'day, I'm Mark from Self-Sufficient Me, and I think you're going to enjoy this spudtacular experiment. Let's get into it. So here's what happened. I was growing a cracking crop of potatoes just over here in this raised garden bed. The plants were looking lush, healthy, full of promise. Then out of nowhere, crikey, or do I say cocky, one of our local cockatoos decided my spuds were on the menu and snipped off several plants at the stem. That set the crop back considerably, and it got me thinking, rather than chucking those cuttings into the compost heap, why not try to grow new potato plants from them? I grabbed a grow bag, filled it with some good potting mix, and planted the cuttings. Gave them a good drink and hoped for the best. Now, not all of the cuttings made it. I could have gone through the putting them in a glass of water and getting them to grow roots, poop, but I couldn't be bothered. This was just a quick experiment just to see if I could get something to grow. But then a few of those plants clung on to life and actually started growing again, even though it was amongst a cucumber plant that had come up somehow on its own. Months later, after the plants had died back, I noticed some new growth coming back up. So what had happened is it was starting to regrow quickly again from a tuber that it had formed underneath the ground. So I dug around and actually found 2 tubers, but I wasn't done there. Instead of eating them, which, let's be honest, would have been over in a couple of bites, certainly wouldn't have fed our family, I decided to give them a second life and treat them like seed potatoes and replant them. I refurbished the soil with some extra fertilizer, a bit of zeolite and rock minerals, and chucked the spuds back in. I didn't do anything different that I'd normally do for other potato plants. I gave them regular water. I didn't give them an extra feed or anything during that period. I just left them grow on. And now, 3 months later, into the future, you can see they've all died back again. So we've gone from cutting to tubers again. Well, let's hope. So let's tip this out and see how we went. Instead of just tipping the whole thing out, I might just dig down and see if we can get to the tubers. I don't know if they're going to be right down the base. It might not be worth tipping the whole thing out anyway. So let's just, I don't know, pull them up, I suppose. A couple of small ones there. So far, oh, that's a nice one. Another small one. Come on, there's got to be more than that. Oh, yes. Another good sized one. Here we go. Digging down further. Oh. This is like digging for little gold nuggets. Oh, yes. Lovely. Kind of strange shape, isn't it? Very odd. But really perfect, good and firm. There's another one. I mean, they've got this teardrop shape. Small one. Oh, I'll take them all. Nothing better than a baby potato. Okay, I'm going to empty out some of this. We're still going. I can still see some. Oh, look at, there's a marble-sized one. I'm keeping them all, I told you. Maybe I should have tipped this whole thing out. There you go. Oh, it's just keeping on giving. This is, look, I tell you, this is better than I expected. All from a cutting. Oh, it's still going. Oh yes, these are fantastic eating, these sized potatoes. They're firm, no blemishes, they'll be tender. Oh, is that one starting to shoot there? Interesting. I could, yeah, well, you know what? I might as well regrow that one. It's just a small one anyway. Regrow it, just this tiny one. I've grown potatoes from tiny tubers before and got a big harvest, so yeah, might as well replant this one, maybe even back in here. There is the old tuber, completely exhausted, just the skin left. The old original one that I grew from the original cutting. Oh yes, yes, more. I think that's about it. Oh, no, I tell a lie. I've got to keep going through this because I don't want to leave any in there. They've gone surprisingly deep. Yeah, I think we're done. So why would you grow potatoes from cuttings in the first place? Well, here's why. It's a great way to multiply your crop if you've accidentally damaged your plants. Maybe you've gone over them with the whippersnipper, or some cockatoo has come through and snipped them off. It's a fun experiment, especially for those with limited seed potatoes to plant, and it shows how resilient and generous nature can be if you give it a chance. So could this be a way to grow your own seed potatoes? Probably not. Seed potatoes like these here, certified disease-free, are commercially grown. They start in a lab from potato tissue, small pieces of potato plant, and then they make these tiny tubers, probably similar in size to this, which then go on to get planted out into a lab-controlled field, and then they grow into potato plants with these larger but still small tubers that are then considered disease-free and can be then given to potato farmers and home growers so that they can grow their own potatoes at home. So I reckon this way of growing potatoes isn't the most efficient method, but in a pinch, or if you love experimenting like I do, this is something that you could have a crack at yourself. And you never know what maybe you could create. Could this be a kind of teardrop, different species of potato that I've just created? I don't know, but there are some really good specimens here. Really good sized potatoes, probably a couple of kilograms, which is enough for a few feeds for a family. And I think we've done pretty well from a cockatoo that's trying to ruin my day. We've actually, yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with what we've got. So I hope you're satisfied as well with this video. If you are, make sure you give it a cutting, like real cutting thumbs up, share it around and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye for now. Cheers.